sabi nga sa investing parlance, no? So, the best time to invest was yesterday.
Yes.
But since yesterday's done, the next best time would be today.
Yes.
Right? Hello mga ka-investies and welcome to Hashtag Money Series by BPI Wealth. I am your investpert, JM, and I am absolutely thrilled to be your host. I hope you are as excited as I am, as this is the very first episode of Hashtag Money Series. So ano nga ba mga ka-investies ang Hashtag Money Series? So Hashtag Money Series is aimed at educating and empowering young investors by exploring a wide range of topics from wealth building to investment trends. We combine expert insights with real-life stories and practical tips to foster a community of informed and confident investors ready to take control of their future. So whether you're looking for saving more, investing smarter, or just taking charge of your finances, we've got you covered mga ka-investies. So today, we're taking a deep dive into the financial side of adventure with an incredible guest. Let us learn more about how she lives her life to the fullest while balancing smart financial choices. She is a digital content creator, a travel enthusiast, and an ocean advocate who lives life to the fullest while taking calculated risk. So, mga ka-investies, join us as we explore how she manages her money for her adventures, navigate the balance between saving and spending, and make savvy investment decisions, all while staying true to her passion. Get ready for some inspiring insights and practical tips on how you can live your best life without breaking the bank. So let's dive in and make a splash with Cha Ocampo. Hi Cha, how are you?
Hi, JM. I'm good. Very good.
Thank you for gracing us with your presence. And alam mo ba Cha na ikaw yung unang-unang guest namin dito sa Hashtag Money Series.
Kakahiya, but thank you so much for having me. I'm very honored. Thank you.
And we're really honored to have you here with us in the very first episode of Hashtag Money Series. So mga ka-investy, huwag na natin patagalin mga ka-investies, no? So Cha, tell us a bit more about yourself. When were you exposed to the sea?
Most people know me as a content creator, but I'm also many things. I became a free diver just recently when I was in my early 20s. I was with a lot of friends who like the seas. That was actually an inspiration from other people that I met. And when I started learning free diving, that's when my advocacy for the ocean started. Because you're actually parang nandun ka na sa environment and you're experiencing it firsthand. So I'm seeing the beauty of the seas, also the fragility. I'm a very big ocean advocate. That's why I got into freediving and scuba diving. So right now, I'm also known as a certified freediver. I do a lot of gigs. Sometimes they get me as model. Sometimes I am a safety diver. So those are just the things that they know. But I'm also a daughter, the panganay, and a sister.
We've been hearing this quite some time, no? Yung YOLO-ing, diba? YOLO now. So with all those adventures, so what does YOLO-ing means to you?
So funny, because YOLO, pag sinasabi siya, usually it's something crazy. And we can't deny it. We've been through those days now. We're actually young and wild and free. So YOLO is kind of like stitched to that notion na parang YOLO is being crazy. Parang you only live once, sige, gawin natin to. But I think for me, as I was growing up, YOLO became like a phrase that I would tell to myself. If, for example, I want to experience something or pursuing dreams, because your dreams comes with a lot of experience dapat eh. So when you're trying to pursue something, you need the experience also. So to actually learn from those experiences. So an example would be like booking my first solo trip. Parang medyo, you only live once, sige, let's book that solo trip. And before, when you're young, parang hindi ka pa masyadong conscious. Unlike now, and I'm conscious about like dealing with money. But before, parang, sige, may 30K ako na extras. Okay na to, kaya na, let's do that trip. But I think that's what when I think about YOLO, that's what comes in my mind. Because I've had a lot of experiences now. I would do that solo trip, or I would apply to that course, the one I mentioned a while ago with my free diving. That's also one YOLO.
Yeah.
Kasi I didn't plan anything. I'm just like, sige, gawin na natin to. Let's do this freediving course because I know that I'll learn something from it.
Yeah. So that's like a very good insight siya, no? Just like in investing, no? So you really need to experience it.
Yes.
Yeah. So you need to learn about it and experience more about it so that you will really know what is investment all about. No? So just like what you're doing in your YOLO-ing, no? It's not just about doing the crazy stuff, no? So it's about the experience.
Yes.
No? Yan. So, sabi mo nga, you've discussed about the ocean, you're free diving. So ako kasi hindi ako masyadong into the ocean.
Yeah.
Yan. So, but syempre, I'm interested. We're interested, or in mga ka-investors are interested in looking at free diving and learning more about our seas and our oceans. But question is, ako kasi hindi ako ganun kagaling mag-swim, no? So do you need to be good at swimming to try free diving and all the other stuff you're doing?
I think no, it's not necessary for you to be a good swimmer. I guess it helps if you're, let's say, not afraid of water. So if you can swim a little bit, have those skills, alam mo yung parang langoy aso. If you know that, then and you're not afraid of the water, I think the biggest kaya natatakot nila is they're scared of water. And most people have that fear of the open water, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think it's necessary for you to know how to swim. I think you learn as you go when you actually apply for that course or when you get into that course.
And I think, Cha, it's really the fear of the unknown din.
Yeah.
Especially in water, nung oceans nga natin, you can really see what's at the other end, right? So, it's really like fear of not knowing what's happening under our oceans or seas, no? So with that, you said a while ago na you need some training, you have coaches, and you're coaching then, right?
A bit, yes, but I'm not so marami kasing instructor na they can certify. So maybe I can coach for basics, but you actually need an instructor, like a proper coach to actually help you become better when it comes to sports. It's very important to invest.
Yeah.
Also, coach.
To a good coach. And so baka pwede kami magpa-coach.
Yeah.
Okay. So mga ka-investees, so baka pwede tayo magpa-coach kay Coach Cha. Yeah. So, it's really a starting point to really find a good coach, a good training point.
Everything, yeah.
In everything.
Like sports and life and
in investments, yeah. So really need to start it off with someone who really knows it.
Yes.
Not just because you heard it from your marites na kapitbahay, no? So you really need to look at the trainings that's because many of these coaches have experienced it. Now, what are the gears needed ba to start free diving, and do you need to really invest into those gears para makapag-start into free diving?
I think for every sport, lagi yan yung notion na parang mahal, ganyan. But for me, so yes, of course, there are options for free diving gears that are more expensive, and then you have the beginner package na hindi naman ganun ka-expensive. Because I feel like nowadays in our era, and there's like yung iba, just to give an example, like yung iba, parang bibili muna sila before they even use it. For me, I think I try to be as practical as I could be. Now, whenever I think about buying gears, I would think muna, like I would ask myself questions, like, would I use this? Like, would I use this? How many times would I use this? Or would I be able to free dive like weekly or monthly? Parang gano'n ko ba siya kadalas gamitin? It's, the gears are expensive only if you don't use it. Kasi pag di mo siya ginamit, sayang.
Sayang talaga.
So I think maybe that's the girl math in me, but I'm not sure. I'm trying to justify, but I was able to actually maximize the time with my old fins, and now I actually have a new one. So, gamit na gamit naman yung mga gears ko. So, the gears, as you were asking, are a pair of fins, and that doesn't have to be expensive. Most people who begin, they're thinking, okay, maybe I need the most expensive to be better. No, it doesn't work that way. Even runners can run without proper running shoes.
Right.
And so, as long as you start. So, with me, I bought like just the basic fins before, and then I had a pair of mask and a snorkel, because those are the basic things anyway. And then the other things I was just borrowing from friends, because I don't really need it in a way. So that's me being practical about those decisions.
Yeah, so it's really managing and looking at being practical, no? So kung you're not really gonna be using it, so why buy new ones, no? So with that, so I've heard a while ago, sinabi mo girl math, no? So pasensya na, I'm a guy, so I'm not really familiar with girl math. So, can you, dwell a little bit on that? What is girl math all about?
I think it's a trend now that's going on TikTok or Instagram, but everyone keeps saying it. Like, pag may binibili yung girl, like if they're trying to purchase something, that's a bit expensive. Parang they're checking, okay, I will use this every day, tapos i-compute nila.
Okay.
And then it's kind of like justifying why you're purchasing this expensive thing. So yeah,
that's girl math.
Yes.
Okay.
But I think there's also boy math.
Yeah, I think so. Baka wala lang kaming term because we don't wanna do a term for that, no. But so girl math. So I'm learning a lot of things from Cha, no. So with all this gears that you've mentioned, so how do you manage your finances or your money when it comes to free diving? So basically, how do you budget your free diving adventures?
So the number one thing for me is really setting up a plan. Is this gonna be an expensive trip? My options ba? Ganyan. So it's a lot of questioning myself and actually pre-planning before actually getting into, because before parang madali kasing maglabas eh. But now since I'm an adult, like a full grown I have a lot of other bills now I have to be responsible for. And before you don't have that, kasi maybe I was living with my parents, but now it's like everything has to be planned. I can no longer be like spontaneous, sige bukas I'll book this trip, right?
We've dwell on your activities, your free diving and all your travels, no, and your content creation. So, what are some of the practical tips for savings and budgeting that you have right now, while not sacrificing this free diving, the travels that you have?
Yes. What I learned as I was growing up, it's called 50-30-20. I'm not sure if you've heard. Maybe you have because you're...
Maybe you can share more about it.
I think it's like 50 is for needs, and then 30 is for savings, and then the 20 is for my wants. So it's kind of like how I balance my finances. But of course, that's not every time that I can read it. It's easier said than done. And
correct.
For me, it's still a learning process. Like, as there are times, of course, that may gusto kang bilhin, or like you have a trip that you really want to push through, and then still you kind of like get some from the savings and all that. So it's a bit hard for us, I guess. Also, now that there's more priorities also, like we prioritize our health, our bills, and all our needs, diba? So parang it's really hard for me to balance it, which is why it's so important to always stick with your why. Why are you doing this? So, the way yung iba parang, why are you pursuing this lifestyle ang gastos?
Yeah.
But it's something that I actually need for myself. Maybe not, maybe for others it's not, but mentally for me, it's a passion. So I don't think that I can sacrifice the passion because it's really something that I'm pursuing in a way. So it's different for everyone. So the needs and the wants and the savings, it's all different for everyone, I think. But for me, that's like the basis.
So just like in investing, it's not a one-size-fits-all. So different needs, different wants. But it's a good thing that you have this 50-30-20, correct? Right? So at least you have this, kumbaga, more on like a mantra, no, na in terms of finances. We go back to your traveling, no. So you have this 50-30. So, and you're saying you're really passionate in what you're doing. So traveling and free diving. So do you have any strategies that you can share with our mga ka-investees in traveling more affordable and sustainable?
Yes. Okay, so I think there's a few things that I could say about this. You need to do a lot of research. Not a lot of people know about it, but traveling is also, I guess, contributing to our carbon emissions and all those things, right? So for me, it's all about research. There are a few platforms and third-party websites that you can see where you can book sustainable accommodations or where you can book flights that have lower emissions. And I feel like this just takes a little bit more effort from us, but it's worth it for our planet. So if you're trying to be on budget and you learn from an accommodation na parang they don't do a lot of those practices, there's still a next time for you na parang, okay, this is what I've learned. This is something that I've learned from this trip. Maybe the next time I can do more research so that I can. So again, being mindful and conscious about your decisions.
Yeah, choices. Research, being mindful.
Yes.
of your choices. Yeah. And being sustainable in all your stuff. Being mindful of our environment.
Yes,
No? Because they give us a lot, so we need to give back.
That's true. Yes.
Yeah. So, in a scale of 1 to 10, gaano ka ba ka-adventurous talaga?
Saan ba yan?
Saan ba?
Adventure or ano?
In taking risks, especially free diving. Ayun nga, medyo, 'di ba? You don't have the oxygen tanks, right? The gear. So, yung risk, how you take on risk. So, gaano ka ba ka-risky, kumbaga?
Napaisip. Dati kasi, when you're younger, you're a bit more riskier. Now, you're kind of like worried about other things, right? And I think that's something that we all can relate to, na parang we're thinking more about our well-being or other things, because when you have more responsibilities when you grow up. So I think for me now, from 1 to 10, let's say 5, 6.
5? Okay.
6. Okay.
Okay, so 5 or
medyo
ano pa? Okay. Yes. So 5 or 6, we'll take that. But for investments, you don't need to guess, no? Kasi in investing, we do have what we call the client suitability assessment. So you will be able to check on what's your risk talaga. It will really gauge kung ano ba yung risk appetite natin, or the risk appetite mo. Yeah, pero for now, we'll take that. So 5 to 6, adventurous. So, but later on, siguro sa different adventures, it might go up.
Yes,
yeah.
It really depends.
So, right now, do you have any investments of your own, or do you invest into something?
Currently, I don't have. But, sometimes you think about it, parang dapat start na ako ganyan. Because I'm a bit, part of being the eldest daughter, parang you're not really taught all these things. And I was so exposed to the industry of in the industry of mga creatives. So I wasn't so familiar with all these terms, the business, finance, all this. It's just now that I'm starting to actually learn about it. And this is something that I'm really honest about, na parang I still have a lot to learn. And I feel like with investments, I'm almost there because I'm learning a lot from other people, from also my family and my boyfriend and stuff. The moment he's, I think the environment that I'm in right now actually gets me prepared for these things. And I feel like I'm close to that. That's why I'm still in the process of researching, which ones I need to be investing on.
Yes. So that's good. Cha, so really research. So you don't just go into investing naman. So you really need to research. And it's a good thing na in BPI nga, we do have different investments that anyone can.
I actually know a bit about it because I've been a BPI user since I was
for that.
A teenager.
Kaya mga ka-investors can look into this BPI investments.
Yeah.
And just like you being a sustainable advocate, sustainability advocate, so BPI also have sustainable funds. So funds that are investing in companies that are really geared towards sustainability. So looking out for carbon emissions and looking at the different agreements between countries that there would be less carbon emission by 2030. No?
Yes, so that's really interesting, actually. It's something that I really want to learn more about. I guess it's also because, since I mentioned that I want to start investing on something, and I know that my goals are also towards sustainability, that it's good to actually have some, to have BPI have this, kasi it's already parang trusted na siya for me personally, because it's been.
And we thank you for the trust. And we really hope to give you more of this and more of these products to really gain your trust and our mga ka-investors trust, no? And it's really important to really prepare or set aside your money for your future. So with that, sabi mo nga, you're really looking into investing in moving forward in the future. So how do you prepare for this, or what are your plans to be able to set aside money to be able to start investing?
Yes, I think it's really simple when it comes to saving. As I mentioned earlier, I had that rule, the 50-30-20, and I actually have savings already set aside. And I think even if before, kasi when I started saving, my mindset was really putting it into something, right? Because sometimes you save, but there's not, hindi naman siya gumagalaw, it's just there. So I was also thinking about it, but I just needed more research. So I think with the saving side, that's what I also do, which I mentioned already earlier, the 50-30-20.
So with that, with saving and preparing for investments, are you using any financial management tools or apps right now?
What helped me a lot is third-party apps that actually tracks, or it's like deducting. Kunwari, like you and your friend have a trip together, it's parang itinadeduct lang nila yung mga, yung utang nyo sa isa.
Oh, madaming. There's a lot. There's a lot of those.
It's all different. And I actually was really surprised because when I opened I was mentioning that I am a BPI, so I have the mobile app. So when I opened it, I saw like financial status or like financial, I don't know, when I opened it, it was a new thing for me. So when I saw, parang makita mo din like your monthly spending. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, this is it. I need to really think about what I'm spending and not to...
Yeah, it's just a really good thing that you're able to check it out. And alam mo ba, Cha, there are other features pa sa BPI app. You can open an investment account digitally through the BPI app. You can open an account.
I didn't know that because I was checking the app and I only saw the parang financial management. And this is good because it's convenient. But is there any like minimum that I can...
That's a really good question. So, again, you can open an investment account through the BPI app digitally with just 1,000 pesos.
That cheap? Like... Oh my gosh.
So you can start... Pwede na mga ka-investors natin. Yeah, so yung mga ka-investors natin can start with just 1,000 pesos and no hassle na nga. You can open it digitally. And aside from opening an account, after opening an account, you can also do your investment transactions online through the BPI app.
Very good to know. I will explore more on that
so
later.
Yeah, later. So you can check that out, and our mga investors can also check that out with their BPI app. Were there any financial challenges along the way which really shaped your mindset into managing your finances?
It's quite early when I had the financial struggles, but it's more of like a family thing. We moved kasi, so we came from QC and then we moved to Mandaluyong. And then back then, we're starting like from scratch. We don't have a home, ganyan. Tas yung home namin is just like structure. Like just concrete. So wala pa talaga siyang structure. And we were living, I wouldn't say, I guess we can say na parang na-broke kami in a way. And I'm not ashamed of that because that's actually what got me into this mindset that I'm practical.
With all the struggles that you've experienced as the panganay, as the second mother to your siblings, no? So, how do you balance the desire for, syempre gusto mo rin naman na may something for me, right? Yes. So, with all the things that you're sacrificing.
Yes,
right? So, you want something for you. So, how do you balance between parang yung tinatawag natin na instant gratification for myself with the objective, with the long-term goals that...
Yes, okay. So I'm not perfect. So I'm still a bit tempted with those instant gratifications. And I might still actually, yung parang, syempre gagastos ka ba din, or sometimes you would still want something for yourself, but not, I think there's a balance now. It's like you always ask yourself if your why is strong enough. So that's something that I would always ask myself, like, why am I sacrificing some of this instant gratification for the life or this what I'm living through with right now. So I think it really comes as you grow and when you step into adulthood, now you have that responsibility and then you start thinking about these things. And I feel like we all need it. Like we all need that balance. Of course, it doesn't mean that you have to deprive yourself from all those things, but because sometimes yung luho, parang for maybe when I was younger, nauuna yung luho eh. But when you're an adult, that comes, I hope it all comes naturally to others too. But for me, it came naturally in a way na parang, okay, I have to be responsible. I have time for this luho, but then I want to be able to sustain this lifestyle that I want.
With all of this, so you've shared nga all these things that you've experienced, the challenges as someone na yun nga, this sacrifices. So, do you have any tips for anyone looking to balance yung kanilang finances while pursuing their passion?
Yes, okay. So, I guess we can just summarize the things that I've said today. Medyo madami. Naguluhan na din ako sa sarili na yun.
We have learned a lot from you, Cha.
I hope so. It's so mixed. So, the 3 tips, I would say. So, I guess what I first mentioned or when we got into finances is the 50-30-20. I think for everyone, it's all different. But of course, 50 needs to be the needs. Because we need to live within our means kasi. So for those who are watching or listening, I guess it's for the just trying to save up for the emergency funds, because it's actually very important. Especially like, I guess for me personally, I do a lot of free diving and a lot of outdoor sports, and I feel like having an emergency fund for anything really. So it's very crucial for me. So may it be health or may it be problem within the family or kung ano man yan, I think it's really important to start saving for an emergency fund as early as they can. I guess I'm saying this based on experience that it's better to start early. If I could have started earlier, then I know that I would have more in my saving emergency funds. And the last is also I guess investments. That's it's not too late yet for others. And I feel like it's important because it's for your future too. Because as what we were talking about, we invest in a lot of different things. And I feel like if we invest now, or if we invest earlier in our age, na alam natin na it will grow. It's not going to be stagnant in our mass. So I think that's the 3 tips that I can say.
So thank you for those tips. I believe our mga ka-investors learned a lot from those tips. So baka I hope our mga ka-investors do follow some of those tips.
Yes,
no? And I will absolutely
but I'm also
look into those.
following it, sir.
Yeah.
JM, I'm also following those tips because I'm also learning as I go. I'm not perfect when it comes to finances, and I feel like those tips are also for me and for my loved ones. So that's why I'm saying it right now for everyone to hear, so that at least they also start.
So that's really good, Cha. No, so thank you for those insights. And I believe to recap some of those insights that we've discussed a while ago. So it's really important to really start early. Sabi mo nga, no? So you might not have invested a while back, no, but it's not too late. Sabi mo nga, no? So it's not too late. So sabi nga sa investing parlance, no? So the best time to invest was yesterday. Yes. But since yesterday's done, the next best time would be today.
Yes.
Right? So and then patience really to experience things and to learn from very, very good coaches, trainers,
correct.
no? So to
It's
learn
all connected.
Correct. Yes, to learn more, no. So not just go into investments, yeah, and or any other activities in life, no. So just research about it, and at the end of the day, go towards or look into what is this all about. Your why, sabi mo kanina, the big why, no.
Yes, I think it's good to to enjoy the present, but also we have to look forward to the future too. And I feel like nowadays, now that we need to be mindful about this. Like now that I've learned from my past and my journey, then I feel like for other generations and younger generations, they should also think about the future.
Yeah, so that's a really good insight. So responsible YOLO-ing, kumbaga nga, diba? So, ayan, so with that, again, Cha, thank you very much for those really, really good insights. So, again, you are, a lot of things, Cha, no? So, and we've learned a lot from Cha Ocampo today. And mga ka-investors, that wraps up our maiden episode of #Money Series. A huge thank you to Cha Ocampo for sharing her unique insights on balancing an adventure-driven lifestyle with smart financial management. If you enjoyed this month's episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on Spotify by searching Wealth Radio so you never miss a new episode. And if you're ready to take the next step in your financial journey, i-invest mo na yan, mga ka-investees. Check the link on our screen or in the comment section. Until then, keep investing in yourself and your future. Catch you next time.
See you, investees!